and welcome to Discover Oklahoma. I'm Lauren Nelson.
And I'm Dean O'Lally. The destination for today's show is Lake Murray State Park in Ardmore.
If you haven't been here in about the last year or so, you owe it to yourself to book a trip. Lake Murray is Oklahoma's first and largest state park, and in early 2017, the new beautiful lodge opened to the public along with a fantastic restaurant, which you can now access from the water. We'll show you around throughout the show. But first, in addition to lake season in Oklahoma, it's time to talk about another summer tradition.
We're going to call it berry picking, from strawberries in the early part of the summer to blue and blackberries later in the season.
Shelley Mills found a spot just west of Oklahoma City where you can go and pick your own all summer long.
The sun is hot and the berries are ripe.
Customers have just lined up at the gate. It's been great.
Here at Buffalo Creek Berry Farm in Mustang, these pickers are excited about strawberries.
Anything that's grown out of a garden that's fresh is better than, in my opinion, than buying from the store.
These strawberries out here are totally different than what you're going to buy in the grocery store.
Bobby Sloan Jr. is the man behind this farm. He encourages his customers to not be shy when it comes to picking a bucket full of berries and trying a few.
This is not a grocery store. It's okay to go ahead and find a big red ripe one and take a big bite of it. That way you know what you're picking.
While an April freeze set the picking season back a little, you can hardly tell now that the heat has set in. Strawberries were the big crop during our visit, but they aren't the only option here. Tomatoes, squash, okra, peppers, you name it, you'll likely find it here. But Bobby Sloan's favorite, the blackberries.
My primary crop is blackberries. They'll come on super early and they'll put on big, huge, sweet berries all the way to the first freeze in December.
Here at this farm, the blackberries are an ever-bearing breed of plant, meaning they will produce for several months. All of his crops are open for customers of all ages to come and pick their own, choosing exactly which vegetables and fruits they want in their bucket.
I think it's a really fun and interesting experience.
Ashlyn Grady has come out a few times now. She's a big fan.
The trick is to always come on a sunny day and make sure to look at the front of each row of bushes.
Well, you look for the nice red ones, and if they've got the white on them, they're not quite ready.
Bobby works with several other growers in the area. They all partner with Oklahoma Agritourism. If you don't see what you're looking for here, he'll help you find the right farm, or he'll add it to his.
Everything I do out here is customer driven, so I just wait for somebody to ask for it and then scratch my head and try to grow it.
Shelley Mills, Discover Oklahoma.
Buffalo Creek Berry Farm is in Mustang at 9211 Sloan Road. They're open Tuesday and Thursdays, 5 to 8 p.m. and on Sunday from 2 to 7. You can keep up with what's in season on their Facebook page. No matter where you find yourself this summer, we all share the same goal, and that's to stay cool.
Absolutely. From right here, of course, at Lake Murray to another place that's really great to do that in the northeastern part of the state, Jason Grubbs is going to take us to River Country in Muskogee.
There's a couple of big slides.
I like it because all the big slides and the swimming pools.
And little slides too.
Which is awesome if you have new swimmers. There's lots to do over there, but the water's really shallow.
A lazy river where you can be, well, lazy, and an obstacle course.
There's a lot of fun, a lot of different things to do here.
Welcome to River Country Family Water Park, run by the City of Muskogee.
It's a friendly environment, it's a safe environment, we're lifeguard staffed.
How often do you guys come out here?
This is our first time coming.
What do you think?
It's fun. It's fun, yeah.
Favorite part of the area?
The water slides.
Yeah. How many times have you been down it so far today?
A bunch.
While this might not be one of those giant mega water parks, Marcy Diaz-Apple says it's still big fun for the kids.
It's still big enough where they don't get bored. But yeah, it's great. I can kind of get a central spot and I can see where they're swimming or where they're playing.
You'll find both shady and sunny spots to camp out in, all surrounded by manicured landscaping.
We were just talking about how beautiful the landscaping is, and lots of shade, so if you don't want to be in the sun, you can cool off in the shade.
How's the water temperature?
Perfect. It's not cold, it's not hot, it's perfect.
It cools you down and you get to hang around with your family and your friends.
Do you have a favorite place in the park?
Slides.
If you get hungry, there's a big menu to choose from at the concession stand. Hamburgers, hot dogs, pretzels. Just look at those nachos and Frito pie.
We have healthy choices like your chicken Caesar salads, your chicken Caesar wraps. We have turkey sandwiches, club sandwiches.
You can make a day out of it for sure. You can come here, there's food to eat, drink, shady spots, sunny spots, lots of water.
The water park is open Memorial Day weekend through Labor Day, and tickets aren't much at all.
Adults are $7.50, children are $6.50, 2 and under are free.
Season passes are available too.
Is it worth the drive?
Worth the drive, yes.
Come out anytime, it's a lot of fun.
In Muskogee, I'm Jason Grubbs for Discover Oklahoma.
River Country Water Park is at 3600 R Line in Muskogee. They're open 7 days a week all summer long at 11 a.m. every day except Sunday when they open at 1.
Coming up on Discover Oklahoma.
People today are very hungry for an experience and for somebody that cares, some service that is meaningful.
The comforting B&B that's serving up hospitality and home cooking.
Washington, Kansas, Texas, Colorado's been out here. Families come to visit and they spend the whole week out here.
And the Western Oklahoma swimming hole like no other.
We do sandwiches that have a German flair to them. And so we make our own German mustard. We do a take on mac and cheese that is our own cheese sauce.
And the German barbecue spot that is so worth the drive. It's all coming up right here on Discover Oklahoma. The Oklahoma Department of Agritourism salutes My Raggedy Herbs in Tuttle, where you can learn to create your own kitchen garden.
Create your ultimate Oklahoma bucket list with this year's free Oklahoma travel guide. Discover captivating culture, heart-pounding adventure, ultimate relaxation. This bucket list can't be missed. Order yours free today at travelok.com.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma, coming to you this week from Lake Murray State Park in Ardmore. This is a great place to come this summer and spend a few days cooling off in the lake, or you can head down to the pool and splash pad.
Or if you want to take a trip to a different type of swimming hole, you need to head to the Artesian Beach in Gage. Tina McGarry is going to tell us what it's all about.
Just off Highway 15 in northwest Oklahoma, tucked in the plains near Gage and nestled under the bright Oklahoma sun, a natural gem that draws young and old.
It's the Gage Artesian Beach. It's mineral water. It's got like 7 different minerals.
A swimming hole that happened by accident, really. Drillers hoping to strike oil made the discovery.
They felt this tremendous rumble and heard this rumble in the ground. Pretty soon, it just gushed out, but it was water, it wasn't oil.
It was the birth of something special, a spring-fed pool that's attracted water lovers for generations.
I love the water. It's cool.
Darcy Herbert grew up in these waters and brings her daughter here now.
My family actually, we ran this pool for 5 years when I was in high school, so lifeguarding was my summer job. And back in the early 30s, my great-grandparents actually ran the pool, so it's been a family tradition.
I started swimming out here when I was 3 years old.
Gary Wolfington has great memories here too. He splashed around these waters as a kid. Now, as the town mayor, he understands the value of something like this.
Well, I think mostly it gives the area kids a place to come, blow off steam without getting in trouble. On top of that, it's also a lot of fun. It's great for the area, it brings people in.
The swimming hole has a sandy bottom, and you might brush against a critter or two.
We have turtles, we have salamanders, and somebody caught about a 2-pound perch out of here the other day.
There's no chlorine, but the water is rich in minerals. Many believe it has healing power. For others, it's just fun.
The low dive.
What do you do?
I can do a back dive and a backflip and a front flip. The high dive.
What do you do?
I just run and jump. I'm not like spectacular or anything.
Coming off the high dive, you're looking at about 14 feet. And then down at the little end is 3 feet. We have one corner over there that We brought more sand in so that the little ones, it hits them real shallow and they walk off slowly.
You can always find a good game of basketball, and when you work up an appetite, the concession stand has your favorite snacks and drinks. The Gage Artesian Beach is fun for all ages and has become a favorite go-to for locals and tourists looking to cool off and soak in summer.
Washington, Kansas, Texas, Colorado's been out here. Families come to visit and they spend the whole week out here, every day. They come out here every day.
The pool is open every summer, Memorial Weekend through Labor Day, and it costs just $2 a person to get in. At the Gage Artesian Beach, I'm Tina McGarry, discovering Oklahoma.
The Gage Artesian Beach is located just off of Highway 15 in Gage. They're open 7 days a week, all summer, 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. as long as weather permits. Admission is $2 a person, and kids under 3 are free. And after all that swimming, you may need to relax just a bit.
I agree, and an Oklahoma bed and breakfast is the perfect place to unwind. Quinn Tran takes us to an award-winning location in Norman. Let's head to the Montford Inn.
It has a soul. It has a life of its own. I think an inn should have a sense of person and a sense of place.
Built in 1994, the Montford Inn serves as a bed and breakfast in Norman, Oklahoma. The charm of the house makes visitors feel right at home.
People today are very hungry for an experience and for somebody that cares, some service that is meaningful.
Phyllis Murray and her son William own and operate the Montford Inn. It's a beautiful bed and breakfast that offers 9 private rooms in the inn. The rooms have their own bathrooms and closet space. The family's Oklahoma roots and Native American heritage are reflected in some of the decor. Cozy cottages are also available for a couple's getaway or family retreat.
All our cottages have 2-person whirlpool bathtubs and separate walk-in showers and big king-size beds. And I kind of look at it like you go to a restaurant and you have a menu, meaning you have lots of choices.
The inn provides all the comforts of home, modern conveniences like free Wi-Fi, and of course, included in the stay is breakfast.
This morning I served blue corn buttermilk pancakes made with blue cornmeal and whole wheat flour, side of fresh fruit. We always have our Tanawa smoothie. And it is blended. But I tell people all the time when they're trying to help themselves to coffee, I say, oh, let me get that, it'll taste better that way. And they look at me like, what are you talking about? No, I promise you, when you're being served, it always seems to taste better. And so even if it's a cup of coffee that I'm helping pour, it seems to taste better. And it's kind of like a little magic fairy dust that we do and like to take care of our guests and help them feel special.
The Montford Inn is located in a quaint and quiet neighborhood. It's within walking distance of downtown Norman and the University of Oklahoma. People from near and far have stayed here, including movie stars, dignitaries, and world leaders.
We send a lot of people up to Oklahoma City too because of cultural and whether it's art or historic places of interest, whether it's the Myriad Gardens, Cowboy Hall of Fame, National Bombing Memorial. There's a rich history here.
This family-owned bed and breakfast has made a name for itself over the years, known best for the warmth, comfort, and Oklahoma hospitality.
Our guests mean a great deal to us. Each person that walks through our door is welcomed and is cared for. That's what we do, we care for people.
In Norman, Oklahoma, Quinn Tran, Discover Oklahoma.
You can get a close-up look at all the rooms and cottages at the Montford Inn's website, montfordinn.com.
Coming up on Discover Oklahoma.
When you have customers tell you how much they appreciate you and what you're doing, it really means a lot.
We're down on the farm with the folks who are in for the quality.
On the food truck, our loaded fries.
plus barbecue and all the incredible sides to go with it, where you'll find it coming up right here on Discover Oklahoma. Great travel tips anytime, like Discover Oklahoma on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter.
Set a course for excitement with your free Oklahoma Outdoor Guide. It's your all-in-one handbook for outdoor inspiration. Cabins, campsites, comfy lodges, breathtaking adventures, and so much more. Order yours at travelok.com.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma. We're enjoying the first days of summer at Lake Murray State Park in Ardmore. Summer always means getting out on the water, whether it's at the lake or the pool.
And it's also the time of the year when fruits and vegetables and some meats are available fresh right off the farm. There's no better place to buy some of those items, organically mind you, than John's Farm in Fairview. All year long, plants, vegetables grow by the energy of nature, but you need someone with passion, talent, and the love of nature to guide that natural process. Chris and John Gosney have successfully guided that process since they transitioned from conventional farming to organic farming in 1996. Originally, John said no to organic farming, but then
all at once he's like, we just need to do everything organically because that's what is defining me as a farmer anymore. So we transitioned everything that we were farming and started transitioning our livestock herd as well into the organic program.
As we farmed that way for years, I learned to appreciate what it was doing for the soils, for our land, and I just believed it was a better way to farm.
Now, all these years later, working from their home and, of course, farmland, they produce several organic products such as flour, beef, seasoning, beef jerky, field peas, just to name a few. And it's important to note that they are certified organic growers.
Well, there's a number of ways that we make our product available. We do it locally through Hometown Bulk Food. They handle cattle tracks beef as well as our other product. We also have product available at Utsi's Blossom and Boutique. Then for those in outlying areas, we supply Green Acres in Oklahoma City with product.
The first Saturday of every month, you will find them at the OSU OKC Farmers Market. They also do individual orders and delivery, and you can become members of the Oklahoma Food Co-op and order their products online.
I really like his organic beef because it's so healthy for you, and plus I'm his neighbor. He farms around me. I know how he takes care of his cattle. He does a very good job taking care of his cattle, and that matters to me.
So our cattle are only on grass. It's all organic fields, and the cattle are supplemented with some minerals, natural minerals, and we make our own feed. We grind our own feed and mix it. But our cattle get no antibiotics, no growth implants. They're all natural. They're always out in open fields, fresh air, fresh water, shade in the summer, protection for them in the winter. We bale all of our own feed that's organic. We have to have our own supply of feed.
They do it all, and customers love what they do.
When you have customers tell you how much they appreciate you and what you're doing, it really means a lot.
It's kind of humbling when you get an email from a customer that says, oh, by the way, I just want to tell you that we just appreciate what you do.
The seasonings that they have a coarse ground and a fine ground, Fairview's best seasoning, and I put it on everything. Fish, chicken, beef, vegetables, everything. It have a, depending on what it is, which I want, which cut I use, coarse or fine, but the fact that there are no fillers, no MSGs, gluten-free, no preservatives, and the meat is all organic as well, makes for a great combination. The organic flour, mix a little bit of that seasoning with the flour, makes great fried chicken or chicken fried steaks or whatever.
Of course, they don't use any chemicals, no commercial fertilizers. They mill their own flour. And here's one of their wheat fields. And you want to buy local. John's Farm is local times 100. Chris says it's about people searching for connections.
The consumer loves a story about the farm. Chris is very good at telling those stories and printing them and telling them. And like at the farmer's market, well, you'll have people come up to you and we'd like to come to the farm, we want to see what you do and experience your story, what's happening out there. So They're very interested in how their food is raised, how the cattle are treated.
At the end of this story, the Gosneys treated us to an incredible meal. They prepared some of their steaks and other products, and it was all absolutely delicious.
A reminder, you can find items from John's Farm at the Oklahoma Food Co-op or the OSU OKC Farmers Market at Green Acres in Stillwater or there in Fairview.
Up next on Discover Oklahoma.
We sell out almost every single day of 20 to 30 racks of ribs. It's crazy.
The barbecue joint where the ribs are so popular they can't keep up with the demand. We'll take you there when Discover Oklahoma continues.
Want to discover even more about the show? Go online and watch Discover Oklahoma anywhere, anytime. Catch up on missed episodes, track down interesting locations, and submit your own story ideas. Start exploring today at discoveroklahomatv.com.
What an awesome time we've had here today at Lake Murray State Park.
And if you haven't booked your summer trip here yet, then you need to get on it.
That's right. And if you're into real pit smoked barbecue, I've got just the place for you in Edmond. Klemm Smokehouse in Edmond is a family-run restaurant that's buzzing with business because of their different take on barbecue.
A long time ago, we knew we wanted to do something like this. We knew we wanted to have a restaurant of some sort, but we started having people ask us to cater for them. And so doing that, we would just do whatever they wanted to do. And then one time they said they wanted barbecue.
After their catering business took off, they decided to get on the food truck craze. They had a successful food truck for 3 years before they found the location for the restaurant a year ago, and folks are going crazy for their German-influenced barbecue treats.
We do sandwiches that have a German flair to them, and so we make our own German mustard. We do a take on mac and cheese that is our own cheese sauce. We do all of our own recipes. We do a couple of different specialty sandwiches that have our own brats on them, and sauerkraut, and a red cabbage applesauce. So it just has a little twist to it that makes it stand out a little bit.
The whole family is in on the business. Jan handles the event coordinating and books the food truck for festivals, businesses, and churches. The couple's daughter, Ashley, takes care of the paperwork and bills, while John, her husband, and their son, JJ, handle the food.
My dad does all the recipes and stuff.
Okay, so you and
I execute them for him.
As for their best sellers?
On the food truck, our loaded fries are. A lot of people do meat by the pound and stuff, but that's usually to go. But inside the restaurant, it's either the loaded fries or probably the smokehouse.
Customers we talked to agreed. The loaded fries are a must-try.
The loaded fries. I didn't order that today because I'm at lunch. I'm just trying to eat a little bit lighter. But the loaded fries are so seriously great. The smoked chicken is my favorite thing to eat. But the loaded fries, if you've never been before, that's what you should get.
Another fan favorite are the ribs.
Ribs are awesome. We sell out almost every single day of 20 to 30 racks of ribs. It's crazy.
But nothing here at Klemm's is ordinary. Their German influence is seen in lots of items on the menu.
We would take a German menu item and a barbecue, and then we'd fuse them. It'd be like a jowler like we have. It's pulled pork and then red cabbage applesauce on a pretzel bun with German mustard. Brisket, pulled pork, pork shoulder. We do a St. Louis spare ribs, so we kind of butcher them, make them a little smaller, but they're really tender, crazy tender. We do schnitzel, which is it's a pork loin that we pound really thin and we bread it and deep fry it.
Everything at Klemm's is made by hand from recipes created in-house. When you eat at Klemm's, you know you're getting fresh food made with love.
Everything that we do is home cooking, you know, I mean, we try really hard to keep it where there's no sugar involved. There's, you know, it's lightly salted, lightly peppered, you know, things like that for people who are a little bit more health conscious as well. It's a fun atmosphere. We see a lot of people that we know and we love what we do, and I hope it shows because we have a lot of smiles.
You can come to Edmond to eat at the restaurant or find the Klemm's food truck at festivals across the state.
We're probably the best barbecue place that nobody's heard of, really.
And no matter where your next road trip takes you, the Discover Oklahoma Dining Guide will help you find a great place to eat. Just log on to our website, travelok.com, and click Request Free Brochures to get your copy. A big shout out to the great folks here at Lake Murray State Park for hosting us this week.
We hope you'll book a stay at the new lodge or one of the cabins this summer, or just come out for the day. Eat a meal at the Blue Heron, the restaurant in the lodge. Enjoy the water at Lake Murray Water Sports, or take a splash in the pool or at the splash pad. You can find more information at the State Tourism website, travelok.com.
And coming up next Saturday on Discover Oklahoma, we're hitting the greens. How about a trip to another great state park for a round of golf?
And wait till you see what all they can put on a biscuit at this hot spot in OKC's Midtown. It's all coming up next Saturday night right here on Discover Oklahoma.
So until next time, remember,
there's always something to discover in Oklahoma.